Hello, you beautiful people, and welcome to this video of me sitting alone repeating the same sentences for 45 minutes, hoping that it will be mildly amusing when edited together. Today's topic has been sat on my list of video ideas for a while now, and I've only just decided that we might as well talk about it now. We've talked about family channels before, we've looked at Rebecca Zomolo and crew, the Prince family, and today we will be looking at the Norris Nuts. Which is a terrible name, by the way. But I guess they are just a bunch of nuts. They have such a crackhead energy. They're not like your typical family. You know that video of that crazy family dancing in insert American food establishment name here?
Denny's, you dumbass.
That wasn't them, but that quirky crackhead vibe is. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. These guys somehow have 5 different channels that they manage to upload to regularly, some of which having nightmarish channel banners. But that is quite impressive, to be honest. I can't chat anything about their commitment. But these channels consist of 8 characters, 2 parents, Brooke and Justin, and 6 children, Saber, Socky, Biggie, Naz, Disco, and Charm. And I don't think that those are their real names. At least I really hope they aren't. Imagine looking at a freshly evicted baby head, it's only just learned how to not cry, and thinking, oh, I'm gonna name you Socky. How much would you have to hate that baby? And I do feel kind of bad. They've all obviously pretty much been forced into this from a very young age. Their channel started in 2014 and their eldest child is now 18, according to the internet. And by using some mighty quick maths, that means that the eldest was 9 years old when all this started. So looking past the obvious fact that shoving a camera into your children's faces, putting every second of their life online for the world to see, forcing them into the world of promotions and business before their brain even has the capacity to comprehend any of it, can have somewhat of a negative effect on the mental state and well-being of a child. Looking past all of that, those kids chose the nicknames that they'll be referred to their entire lives at around 5 years old on average, I think. It's like choosing a cringy username for your PlayStation account or whatever, but you can never change it. Imagine being known as XX_Dragon_XX for the rest of your life. To be fair, it would be good if one of them had a very intense goth phase and desperately tried to change their nickname to Raven or Death's Shadow. But everyone just keeps calling them Charm. Trying to rebrand would be a nightmare, that's all I'm saying. But they're probably under way too much management to be allowed to have a goth phase anyway. But on these channels, they do loads of challenges, like sleeping outside at 3 AM. That's just camping. You're camping in your garden. That's not a challenge. That's a normal thing that people do.
Now I know you probably have 2 questions in your head right now. Why on earth do I want to do this? And how exactly am I going to achieve this?
No, those aren't actually the questions I had. Mainly because those are the 2 most obvious questions. Like 1, you want to do it for the YouTube money, which is understandable. And 2, you're going to be in a tent. But in this 10-minute video, she does actually start spending the night outside in a tent like an absolute mad lad. I've never seen anybody attempt such an insane challenge. But she doesn't actually start spending the night outside until 8.5 minutes into the video. The rest of it is just like, take the dog to the groomers, pick the dog up from the groomers, pack my backpack, for 8.5 minutes. She started trying to sleep at 8:22, which is ridiculously early, but fair enough. And then she still hasn't managed to get to sleep at 1:30 in the morning.
I officially made it like more than halfway through the night. It's been not the best sleep though. Just can't really get that comfortable. It's much comfortable sleeping in a bed.
It's just sleeping on the floor. Not even on the floor. She has an air mattress. And honestly, the floor is really comfy sometimes. I spent a week sleeping on the floor in my bedroom instead of my bed, purely because I thought it was really comfy. Maybe that just means that there's something wrong with me, but still. And after all the horrendous torment of having to sleep in a tent, she still doesn't make it through the night. She gives up and comes inside to sleep on the settee, which looks way less comfortable. And she was saying earlier in the video that she really wants to do all these super long hikes where you have to camp in order to actually complete them, but she physically can't handle sleeping in a tent in her own garden for 1 night. I love how Socky doesn't care about what anyone thinks of her. She follows her passion and never gives up. Did you not watch the video? She gave up immediately. But if you can't already tell, this family is extremely out of touch. They have so many videos that are like, shopping until you run out of money, or we buy anything until we're found. Buy anything online shopping. And that puppy definitely isn't worth $100,000. It's ugly as hell. But you can't really blame the kids for this. They've never really known anything else. And other kids are gonna watch it because it's like watching people doing everything that you've ever wanted to do but can't. So they kind of vicariously live through these videos, which I'll never understand. Watching rich people do rich people things just annoys me. Mostly because of jealousy, but I do kind of feel bad for them because a year ago they uploaded a video called Saber's First Cosmetic Enhancement. So she's 18, I think, and the fact that they say first, like she's definitely gonna need more, and enhancement like it's the right thing to do and like she's definitely gonna need more, it just seems like these kids are already getting an unhealthy view of themselves. Like whether it's because of social media or management or just being human, it's still terrible. And with the wording and how it's all portrayed in the video, it feels like some sort of advertisement for girls to get surgery. And it's not surgery. They word it all and portray everything to make you think that it's surgery, but it's actually just a lash lift, which I'm not even gonna pretend to know what that does. And you know earlier when they made a video and didn't get to the actual point of it until the very end? Yeah, they do that a lot. In the video titled, I lost my sister, then went to a nightclub, another incredibly clickbaity title, I know. But this video is 12 minutes and 17 seconds long. And she doesn't get to the nightclub until 11 minutes and 29 seconds into the video. So half of the title is less than a minute of the video. And the club they go to is dead as fuck, so what's the point? But that's not all the weird stuff on these channels. Aside from the terrifying fake eyes that they put on everybody in their thumbnails, they also did a video where they rate thirst traps. And something about watching underage girls rate the sexiness and attractiveness of grown-ass men just doesn't feel right to me. I mean, I'm obviously not the target audience for these videos, and I never want to be. There's also some other questionable videos, like, will my parents approve this outfit? Which the clickbait leads you to believe that it's the video of an 18-year-old trying on various different revealing outfits for her parents to look at, judge her on, and either approve or disapprove of. The video is not that, thank Christ, but even making a thumbnail that makes it seem like that's the video is weird as hell. That's your daughter. Why are you making a thumbnail of you making that face at her? It's weird. They also did a video called Letting Our Kids Turn 21 Years Old. And this came out 4 years ago, so it's pretty old. But in the intro, we see that all of the kids are the ones editing the videos. And I just find it hilarious that this not only explains why the editing on all of these videos is terrible, to this day, I mean, all the videos that we've looked at have been very recent and the editing is just, it's really not good. But it also means that this family is literally a content farm. They send the kids off to make their own content. I mean, I imagine the kids also come up with the ideas for some of their own videos. They film it and they have to edit it. So the parents can literally just sit back and watch the money roll in. Now, I'm like 20% joking because there are videos where we see the parents editing as well. So it's a family effort, I suppose. By the way, the kids were 21 for the day and pretty much did nothing with their ultimate power. All they really did was buy anything they want, which is what they do literally every 5 videos. But that's all I care to look into around this family for now. And I am glad I said that. This is editing, Morgan, and I was just looking around for some random pictures and stuff for the video, and I found this article. There is a special circle in hell for YouTubers who filmed their kids crying, which is a very strong title, I must admit. And it's about a video that they made that they've since deleted, I think, because I can't find it anywhere. I'm also not surprised that they deleted it, because they clearly got some strong backlash from it. But that video was titled, Our First Funeral Extremely Emotional, which already, by the title, Jesus Christ. It was obviously insane clickbait like all of their videos. It was actually a fish funeral, but still, I mean, kids get emotional, and if they're crying, like put the camera down. But this also led me to some of their other videos, including This Painful News Cannot Be True. And I'm just gonna play the intro. Going from children weeping, like genuinely upset and crying, to a super upbeat intro like that is ridiculous. But they're crying because their dad pranked them by saying that their sister Saber fell and messed up an event or something.
Okay guys, just gonna prank the kids, gonna tell them that Saber didn't do very well at all.
But pranking your like 6 to 8 year old children, maybe even younger, to the point where you're making them cry, and then using that as the selling point for the video to get views is ridiculous. There's also another video that's really messed up called We Found Her with Maculopapular Rash. Shocking. if that's how you pronounce that word. I'm not a scientist. But again, they're shoving the camera in her face, making her turn over and making sure that they get footage of every part of their child instead of, you know, taking care of your sick child. I'm sure nobody wants someone coming in and recording them whilst they're ill, let alone for millions of people to see. The comments are turned off in these videos, probably because of the amount of people hating on them for it, but if they were genuinely sorry and regretted uploading them, they would surely just delete them and stop making money off of their children's misery. So I'm actually going to re-record a bit of the outro because I actually gave them the benefit of the doubt before, but now I know that they are really exploiting their children's suffering, so fuck them. They are a terrible content farm, as in the content is terrible, and for the videos and reasons I've just talked about, obviously. They have the most ridiculously insane clickbait I have ever encountered, and they clearly put money and internet success over the well-being of their children. I just hope that the kids grow up with no negative effects from being brought up in this environment. But okay, back to normal mode. But thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. We're so close to 1,000 subscribers, and it really does mean a lot to me. And if you do, then I will start my own family vlog account and then immediately delete it and spare the world of that monstrosity. Have a great day.